Welcome back everyone to the late night review, and I thought I'd do a video about a movie that's, yes, it's very old, and some old movies are classics. Some old movies are awesome, have great acting, Shakespeare type performances, movies with absolutely wonderful, colorful cinematography, and they're not always black and white, but they're colorful like Gone with the Wind or the Wizard of Oz, movie. They made it into color, I know, later, but this is not one of those. But it's a movie that I like, and it's with Steve Reeves, and it's called Goliath and the Gladiators, or Barbarians, excuse me, Goliath and the Barbarians. Just, I don't know what's on my mind, but Goliath and the Barbarians. But I can edit it out, but maybe it's funnier and more entertaining if it's just natural, raw, very raw. But this movie is a movie that, it's strange. I saw it not too long ago from start to finish for the first time. And it's almost like I feel like I have nostalgia for it, even though I know, I'm pretty sure I've never seen this movie before, but I get this nostalgic feeling. And I think because it's so similar to some of the other Steve Reeves movies that I've seen, Hercules Unchained, the second installment, his Hercules movies, and the Giant of Marathon. It's similar to those. So maybe it's almost like I have nostalgia for it just because it reminds me of those. I might have seen it when I was a kid. I just don't know for sure. So can't really say that I have nostalgia for it, but I have that feeling for some reason. And I watched this movie. If you want to see a movie that is low budget, the colors, it's not Technicolor with, crystal clear type. Look at Rope with Jimmy Stewart, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. That was an old movie, but colorful. Or The Time Machine, one of my very favorite movies with Rod Taylor. Gosh, I can't believe I haven't done a movie review of that one. Maybe I'll do a movie review of that one day. That's one of my favorite movies. But it's not like that. This Goliath and the Barbarians is not like that. The colors, it's not clear. The camera's not that good. The quality, maybe when it first came out it was, but I saw this on YouTube. I think it's available free on YouTube, and I recommend it. This has been a late night review. Goodbye. No, just kidding. But I enjoyed this movie actually. Is the acting's not refined. It's not that good. It's dubbed, I think, for the most part. And there's certain things that didn't really make much sense to me, but just seeing Steve Reeves with his award-winning physique, his build, and his feats of strength in here, and he's kind of strong like he was in Hercules. And when it said Goliath, one thing that might be disappointing to some people, and it was a little disappointing to me, is when you hear Goliath and the Barbarians, you're expecting to see Goliath and the Barbarians, the Goliath from the Bible, and maybe he's fighting with barbarians, or maybe he's with the barbarians and fighting against someone else, and maybe Steve Reeves comes and defeats him. But in this movie, a Goliath is not a particular person with a particular name. If someone's really strong and they're ferocious, they say, I think there was a Goliath here, or this person might be a Goliath. That's how they use it in here. It's a little strange, but it's understandable once you get what they're saying and what they're driving at. So, but it was a fun movie. It's not a slow paced. I've seen slower. The pace is pretty decent. The story's fine, not great. But I want to do a movie review of it because I've always been a Steve Reeves fan, and he's been so influential with people, especially in the world of bodybuilding and acting. He was an influence on so many, like Sylvester Stallone really was influenced by Steve Reeves a lot. Arnold Schwarzenegger was influenced by him, along with Ray Park and Larry Scott and some others. Frank Zane was heavily influenced by Steve Reeves. In one interview, I heard him say Steve Reeves was probably his biggest influence. The body, the build, the physique that he liked the most when he was a kid and older too was Steve Reeves. And he kind of modeled himself after Steve Reeves. So what an influence, what a life, and a heck of a guy, heck of a man. Served his country in World War II, fought in the Philippines, saw a lot of destruction and death there. And he said one of the things that got him through that is to kind of pretend like what he, the missing limbs and the body parts, pretend like it was a movie just to get through it. And this is before he was an actor, but just his mindset then, just to get through it. And the fighting and the death that he saw, he thought about just kind of pretend it's a movie, get through it. And what a guy, what a man. And when he came home, he restarted his bodybuilding aspirations and his career. Later, when he got into acting, he had some opportunities, or certain actors who were well known who didn't want to appear next to him because he was so handsome and well built. And anyway, this is not his biography. I'll get back to the movie, but just his John Little, I believe it was John Little, did an amazing biography of him, and it's available on YouTube. I saw it. It's amazing. You should check it out on YouTube. It's fantastic. But back to the movie, Goliath and the Gladiators is a movie that I recommend. I like it. It has pretty decent action scenes. They're fake, but they're fun. If you want a movie, you got some Reese's peanut butter cups left over, you have some popcorn, and I don't recommend that in your diet, but I don't want to be a hypocrite either, because sometimes I have some Reese's once in a while, even though I shouldn't. My diet's never been the best in my life, but if you like your treats and your snacks and you want to sit and watch a kind of an older movie, quite a bit older movie, that's fun, and just to enjoy yourself, I recommend this movie for that reason. I think one of the main reasons I like movies like this is because it's so different from the atmosphere of nowadays movies. It's fun. You can kind of make fun of certain scenes because it's a little ridiculous, but there's an innocence about it, and that's a real charming thing to me. I can relax and watch it, and it's not slow. Some movies that I've seen are a lot faster. Some movies I've seen are a lot slower, so I wouldn't characterize it as slow. I think The Vikings with Kirk Douglas, which was a much better, well done movie, by the way, and had better film and high def compared to this, and great acting. That was on another level. That was probably a little faster paced than this, if not close to the same. That was a better movie, but I enjoyed this movie, Goliath and the Barbarians. I mean, just to see Steve Reeves and his build, when I see movies like this and him, I want to work out. I'm not a bodybuilder, but I've used strength training to supplement my boxing and martial arts workouts. If you've seen my channel for a while and checked out the videos, I have those exercise videos on my channel too. My wife recommended I start putting those on there. I was reluctant to do it until I periodically put them on here and there, and they got more views than my art videos. But nothing's getting more views than my movie review videos. So, but yeah, Goliath and the Barbarians. If you want something, just an older movie, expect it to be older. Obviously, the film isn't that good, the acting's not that good, but it's something you might have fun with. And if you like Steve Reeves, I think you'll enjoy it. Check it out, Goliath and the Barbarians. It's pretty decent. I liked it. It's probably a matter of taste and the fact that I like Steve Reeves. And I think a lot of people in my audience probably like Steve Reeves a lot, I'm guessing, too. So this has been a late night review, everybody. And please like and subscribe, and at least consider it, and support the channel. And share this video, please. And have a good night. Take care.